Today, as we jump in, we're going to take a look at the 4 signs of a lost generation so that we can analyze, even in our own lives, do we have any of those characteristics popping up so that we can take it, we can get rid of it, and we cannot be lost. Come on in.
Welcome to the Equipped Disciple channel. My name is Rick McClatchy. I will be your host. We are here to be and to make disciples of Jesus, and we do that through daily devos, through Sunday sermons, and through other discipleship resources. We are here to equip you.
I mean, hey, if you hear about 4 signs that indicate a generation is lost, wouldn't you want to know what those signs are so that you could probably, I don't know, maybe avoid having those things present in your own life? I'm thinking that's a great idea. So if you stay tuned, you stick with me today, we're going to dig into Proverbs chapter 30, verses 11 through 20. And some of the nuggets we're going to pull out of here are 4 signs of a lost generation. So you know what? Let's not waste any time about it. Like and comment and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. Just helps more people get to find out about what you consider to be hopefully great content. And so here we go. As we jump into verse 11, there is a generation that curses its father and does not bless its mother. There is a generation that is pure in its own eyes, yet is not washed from its filth. And there is a generation, how haughty its eyes and pretentious its looks. And there's a generation whose teeth are swords, whose fangs are knives, devouring the oppressed from the land and the needy from among mankind. The leech has 2 daughters, give. 3 things are never satisfied, 4 never say enough. Sheol, a childless womb, earth, which is never satisfied with water, and fire, which never says enough. So the 4 signs of the lost generation is ungrateful, hypocritical, proud, and cruel. You can see the ungrateful as we jump back up to verse 11. There's a generation that curses its father and does not bless its mother. I mean, talk about arrogant, right? Talk about ungrateful. That the people that actually gave you the resources to get started, that nursed you from being a baby, that took care of you when you could not take care of yourself. If it wasn't for them, there would be no life in your body. So that's the first one there, being ungrateful. The hypocritical, a generation that's pure in their own eyes, yet not washed from its filth. We need to make sure that we are not part of a hypocritical generation. Does that mean that you have to be perfect? No, it doesn't mean that you have to be perfect, but you cannot present yourself as though you are perfect and then wonder why people are a little ticked off when it's revealed that indeed you are not. And so we don't need to present ourselves as perfect. We need to present ourselves as redeemed, as forgiven, at those kinds of things, because that's what God has done for us. He has not made it so we are perfect. No, perfect because of the imputed righteousness of Christ, but not perfect in the sense of never sinning ever again. All right. And then the proud, there is a generation, how haughty its eyes and pretentious its looks. Pretty straightforward there. And then there's a generation whose teeth are swords, fangs are knives, devouring the oppressed from the land and the needy from among mankind. Just straight up cruel. Just not looking out for people, not looking out for those that are on the down and the out. So it's pretty clear why this would be signs of a lost generation. But I want to ask you, do you see any of these things popping up in your own life? Are you seeing any tendencies of being ungrateful? Are you seeing any tendencies of having a proud heart? Are you seeing any tendencies of some cruelty just kind of sneaking in there because of some frustration and some challenges that you've been facing? What about hypocritical? I mean, are you saying things and then not following up? Are you saying, presenting yourself in such a way? I think it's so good for us to take a look at this list and just reflect on it and say, you know what, where where am I in relation to these 4 signs? As for the eye that ridicules a father and despises obedience to a mother, may ravens of the valley pluck it out and young vultures eat it. Well, I mean, gross, but the eye that ridicules a father and despises obedience to a mother, it's crummy. Like, that's not a good way to be. So may the ravens of the valley pluck it out. Like, that's the kind of way they felt about that. 3 things are too wondrous for me. 4 that I can't understand. The way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on a rock, the way of a ship at sea, and the way of a man with a young woman. I mean, you ever watched an eagle fly? And just, it's crazy. Like, how does it even work? I mean, half the time they're not even having to flap their wings to fly. They're just soaring. They're just gliding. They're just catching the wind, the current of the wind. It's amazing and hard to explain, hard to understand. The way of a snake on a rock. Snakes go through just about anything else. They leave a trail, They leave tracks behind them. On a rock, there's no tracks, but somehow they still manage to get around, but they're not leaving any marks. They're the way of a ship at sea. I mean, I don't know how do ships float? Like, I know it's all a surface tension of the water and, all that kind of stuff, and density and, whatever. It's crazy. It's crazy the things that they can put on the water and it doesn't sink. And I think, obviously mathematically and all that kind of stuff, we probably know more than they did way back then. But wow. And then who can explain love? Who can explain the boy falling in love with the girl and all that is entailed in all of that? It's just the mysteries of life is what he's talking about. In the way of an adulteress, she eats and wipes her mouth and says, I've done nothing wrong. And this is a real problem in today's culture where the Bible's pretty clear about the negative impacts of sexual immorality. And yet we have tons and tons and tons of people that are engaging in the behavior and then just saying, what's wrong with that? What's so bad about that? Why is that even a problem? And this is kind of the dynamic that the proverb writer here is trying to point out, is that she eats, she wipes her mouth, and she says, I've done nothing wrong. She sees nothing wrong with the actions that she's taking, even though they're really deplorable and destructive to her own life and to her, partners, victims, whatever. I mean, they're not really victims in that sense, but, bringing destruction. And yet her mind, her heart is telling her, I've done nothing wrong. That's a tough place to be when you can't even convince someone that they've actually done wrong. It's really hard to then provide them with an answer for a problem they don't think exists. But as we wrap up, coming kind of back to the 4 signs of the lost generation of just ungrateful, hypocritical, proud, and cruel. Again, take note of where are you in this process. Maybe drop a comment of something that maybe the Holy Spirit is speaking to you today based on what we've talked about. I'd love to hear what God's speaking to you. And with that, God bless you. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. If you're getting value out of these videos, if you could just make sure you hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel. YouTube is suggesting a video right about here for you to check out. So go ahead and check out the next video. God bless you. Have a great day. Thanks for being a part.